huge world events are happening around that time. Were you involved in any tours?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we went from South America was my first time out, and then obviously getting stationed in Southeast Asia. We spent a couple of years in Africa, in Kenya, Somalia, Nigeria.
Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society, and I am here today to talk to you about something genuinely, honestly, never ever thought that I would talk about on this channel. And it's kind of an odd thing to talk about with regards to Hong Kong cinema, and the issue is stolen valor. So, and this is not something that I claim to be an expert on at all. I'm going to include a lot of links in the description of this video so that you can go and read about it yourself, but there's been some controversy in the Hong Kong film industry surrounding stolen valor and Chris Collins. So if you know who Chris Collins is, he was in Ip Man 4. He's in Paradox, which is the first movie that I kind of noticed him in, which is the Louis Koo and Tony Jaa. It's like part of the Killzone SPL series. It's the third film in that series. So stolen valor, if you're unfamiliar, is there's actually a federal law that defines what it is. But loosely speaking, the term is used to indicate any instance of someone lying about military service, claiming they have medals or battle experience that they don't, combat experience, I guess I should say, or in any other way using kind of fabricated tales of military heroism to advance themselves, to raise money, anything like that, right? And there are instances of this happening where people have gone to jail and stuff like that, right? It's like a pretty serious thing. There's a federal act protecting against people doing this in the United States. So what does this have to do with Hong Kong cinema? Some stolen valor, kind of like researchers, accounts, whatever you want to call them, have called attention to the fact that Chris Collins has, I guess, lied about military service and therefore is committing an act of stolen valor. So he has been saying for years that he was an active Marine for 9 years, from I think 95 to 2003 is his claim, right? So he said that he was, there's an audio interview where you can hear him say that he was deployed in Nigeria, Kenya, Somalia, Latin America, and then Southeast Asia, and then he talks about how 9/11 happened, and he was in Afghanistan, and then the war in Iraq, he went to Iraq, he went back to Afghanistan.
And then obviously prior to 9/11, we were in Afghanistan, and then after 9/11, we shifted from Afghanistan to Iraq, and then from Iraq back to Afghanistan. So it was quite an ordeal.
And the reality, and these are public records, like a lot of military records are public records, right? So the reality is that he was in the Marines for 6 months. And I think it was recon. And he was like a radio operator. And again, this is not something I'm an expert on. I've seen, like, people have sent me documents. I've had conversations with people about this. And so I'm going to provide all the information to you so you can go and look at it and read about it, so you can see the video clip, so you can listen to the audio. But this is something that people take very, very seriously. And it is kind of like deeply entrenched in the Hong Kong cinema industry. So Chris Collins is, as best I understand it, he's half American and half either Hong Konger or Chinese. And so he is he's a Wing Chun expert, as best I understand it. And he went to Hong Kong, and he used this story that he was in the military, that he was a Marine, that he's a firearms expert. He also said that he claimed that he trained hundreds of Marines in Wing Chun as part of preparation for the war in Iraq.
With my 9 years of experience in the United States Marine Corps, 12 years in the security industry, and over 15 years as a martial arts instructor.
And the people who were training Marines at that time have no recollection of that. They say they don't know him, that they weren't training in Wing Chun. Like, none of this is true. But he used this experience, I guess, that he invented in the military to get himself jobs as an action director, as a firearms, what you may call it, like consultant, military consultant, like stuff like that, working his way up to becoming an action choreographer, I think, and action director maybe, and an actor and performer in these films, right? And so he has basically admitted that he did lie, that he was not in combat, that he was in the countries that he listed as a civilian, not while he was in the military. And it's an odd situation to me because, like, people have shown documents that he has presented showing his military records, and they've shown the actual documents that he doctored them from and shown how they were changed. And, like, it's very, very clear that this is a story that he was telling to advance his position in the industry, to get work, to present himself in a certain way, right? And instead of him saying, yeah, you're right, I was wrong, I'm sorry, it was a wrong thing to do, whatever, it's become this kind of twisted series of backpedalings and reverse engineering of the narrative, right? So, but again, you all can go and read the material and make up your own mind. But this is something, like I said, that people take very, very, very seriously, because I think people who join the military, essentially what they're doing is they're saying, like, I'm willing to die for the things that I believe are right, right? Whether or not you agree with that is irrelevant. That's the bottom line. That's what they believe that they're doing when they join the military. And so when someone takes advantage of claiming they were in the military experience and stuff like that for their own advancement, that's something that's very, very hurtful, I think, to a lot of people. So I figured it would be worth doing a video about this, because there's been, like I said, I've seen a lot about this, but not in kind of the Hong Kong cinema fan kind of community. I've seen it from industry people, and I've seen it on the Stolen Valor accounts, but it doesn't seem to have completely kind of infiltrated like forums or YouTube or Instagram in terms of the Hong Kong fan community. So just so people are aware of the fact that this is happening. I've known about this for maybe a month or so, and I wasn't sure what to do about it, because I wasn't sure, again, I wasn't in the military. I don't know a ton about this kind of stuff. I only know about it in passing. I wasn't sure if I was the right person to talk about this, to do a video about this, to become involved in it. I don't know if anyone needs my 2 cents on it, but I was actually asked by a couple different parties to address it. So that's the purpose of this video. Again, links in the description, lots of links, in addition to, I'm going to put screenshots and stuff in this video so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This has been Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. My name is Will. Thank you for watching. In the comments, let me know what you think about this, if you have any more information on it, if you have your own opinions on it, and we will see you next time.